इतना सब कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में इतना सा फर्क है, एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
A very good afternoon to all the dear friends and viewers who have joined us today for our Business Opportunity Over Chai webinar series. This is the digital representation of the business opportunity which we have got for you. Franchise India is Asia's largest integrated franchise solution company, which was established with an objective of providing the business opportunities, franchisee solutions to each and every potential business buyers. And every day we work towards this objective only. It is our privilege to invite management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am, for this particular webinar. Both of them is hosting this particular webinar. During the course of the webinar, we'll try to represent the business opportunity which we have got for you so that you get the correct and the complete understanding digitally through our brand's representatives who have joined us today. Then we'll move to question and answer session. We encourage and request each one of you to share your questions in our question and answer box. The brand which we are representing today is Genes to Me. The brand which is working under genetic driven diagnostic lab opportunity, the brand which was established in Haryana in 2016. They offer wide portfolio of advanced genetics tests, especially for mother and child care and specifically in pandemic time for COVID. And they are known for their personalized preventive health care. May I welcome our guest of honor who have joined us today, Mr. Akhil Gupta as well as Neeraj Gupta. Thank you so much, Neeraj sir, for joining in today. If I talk about Neeraj Gupta, he is the founder and CEO at Genes to Me, and today he'll be taking us through the entire presentation of this business opportunity. Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta, for joining in today. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am. Thank you so much, Akhil, for joining in today. May we request to have a presentation from your side, sir?
Sure. Thanks, Archana. I appreciate. Let me just share my screen.
Welcome, Neeraj ji. Welcome, Akhil ji.
Thanks. So thanks for bringing us to this platform and letting us to share our company and its vision and its achievements and some offerings with your esteemed audience. I welcome every one of you. We are basically a leading genetic diagnostic company in the arena, which is expertised in the advanced genomics technologies and clinical data analysis. Conventionally, all of you might be hearing about diagnostics as something which we all are familiar with, solutions such as blood testing, which is obviously a mainstream diagnostic segment. There is a lot of different segment of world which is existing around the world. A lot of time we differentiate internationally that the treatments in US or many other Western parts are much advanced than what sits in India. Actually, a lot of that is the way we diagnose the disease and we treat them. Uh, Treatments are very similar in both the countries, in most of the advanced worlds, including in India. But the way we diagnose our treatments or the disease is what differentiates. That is something which India is trying to expand its horizon now, and that's the world of genetic diagnostics. Genetic diagnostics gives you the power to understand the background of a disease and much more, uh, other than those imaging systems and solutions which are state of the art at its own. But genomics based insight information gives a lot of insights to the clinician to make a better decision about the treatment, what medicine works for your patient. Um, Sometimes there are so many undiagnosed diseases which can be diagnosed with help of genetic based diagnostics. So Genes to Me world is basically expertising around this domain, and we have one of the state of the art technologies and facilities installed at Genes to Me. I'll just take you through some of our offerings to give you a brief introduction about them. Uh, so we will be covering about predominantly about Genes to Me, and then the industry assessments and the franchisee proposal between me and Akhil. We are a brand since 2016. We founded ourselves in late 2016, and we have been with the vision of mission to revolutionize the molecular diagnostic in India. And we established our state-of-the-art NABL accredited lab. There are very few NABL accredited labs which can do genetic-based diagnostics, and in India, and we are one among them. We are headquartered in Gurgaon, which is having a pan-India reach. Our offering wide spectrum ranges, which we'll be talking during the few slides, is spanning around mother and child care segment, that is the pregnancy, before birth and after birth. Personalized genetics, which is a very new dimension of definition of preventive healthcare, and COVID related testings, which is the need of the day and hour, and its diagnostics. We are genetic driven diagnostic company continuously working with the vision to develop innovative and cost effective genetic test solutions. Now, this is where we would like to highlight a little bit is genetic testing has been extremely expensive when it comes to the testing around the world. It runs into several lakhs and starts from there actually. We at Genes to Me were able to bring this revolutionary technology at a very cost effective basis so the masses in India can afford towards that. And we are continuously driving towards it, besides just bringing in solution and offering. We have a very strong insight into complex genetic diseases, and we develop unique genetic testing products which aim to perform personalized health in India, such as some of these tests like Genes to Health and Genes to Fit. I will cover them more down the line. We have more than 61,000 happy customers, which are, and we are adding every day, approximately 145 cities as we speak today. We have a vision of transforming genetics for billions. That is where bringing it cost effectively and affordable and available. These are the three different definitions which we are trying to address. And utilizing the solutions, we are trying to address the very own genetic blueprint of the individuals to give the insight. We are advanced molecular diagnostics, cytogenetics, and routine pathology. These are the key segments. Spectrum in the mother and child care, infectious disease, and personalized genetics. And we have high standards of reporting and interpretation of complex genetic mechanisms. So taking a little deeper dive in each one of them, personalized DNA genetic testing is something which is very new. So conventionally, when we speak about preventive healthcare, we all know how big is the segment of preventive healthcare in India. It's touching to be about a $700 million market just in India for preventive healthcare. So conventionally, each one of you must have experienced what is preventive healthcare. We go to a diagnostic lab, we give a blood sample, and they give you 70, 80 different parameters of report. So for us, that is preventive healthcare. That is a whole body screening. Actually, it's not preventive, it is an early screening. So it can tell you once the disease has already kicked in into individual. If your blood levels cholesterol levels are haywire, then it probably means the disease is already there. It's not actually what it is called preventive. Whereas the genomic side of the information has that power to give you your information ahead of its time. Uh, what it means is that we know, probably based on your genetic makeup and your genes information, that you are a high risk to any standard other individual for a certain disease or a certain lifestyle or a health condition. So it can give you a lot of information which you cannot even imagine in terms of it can tell about you as your own self. So it helps in basically early detection of disorders leading to routine, timely corrective measures, delivers personalized insights about your diet, exercise, what medicine will work for you. You want to gain weight, lose weight, what will be a more effective methodology, what kind of exercise will work for you based on your genetic makeup. So these are really very helpful informations for a daily individual, which can be implemented on a daily basis and can be corrected using dietary based changes in your lifestyle. It's very simple and easy to do. Just order a kit, receive cheek a swab with a saliva sample, and send back to the lab. We generate a report and get you the report within 1 week. And then there is a genetic counselor which takes you through that report to understand what changes you can do to bring this happen. These are 4 different parameters which we are trying to offer in this currently as on today, but there is a lot of expanding menu which we are coming out sooner with this. Genes to Fit is revolving around fitness and lifestyle, nutrition, what vitamins, deficiencies you have a high risk to, so that you can take those appropriate dietaries or supplements. Genes to Health is more about different serious health conditions like Alzheimer, Parkinson, cardio, some of the cancers, and that can help you to know if you have a higher risk than any other standard individual in any of these health conditions. Met4Me is a very unique offering. It's basically revolving around what medicine will suit you the most. Many of times you go to a doctor clinician and he prescribes your medication. It doesn't work you much effectively. You change your doctor or doctor changes your medication and it starts working for you. But the same medication work for a patient with a different background, but on the same set of conditions, parameters. So it's basically a personalized medicine world, which can give you information what kind of medicines will work for you. Healthy Me is a very unique offering. It's basically a combination of any of these genetic based panels along with the blood testing, which gives you your today's information, and Genetic Insight gives you your information for tomorrow. So that's a complete comprehensive 360-degree overview for your uh, self. Mother and child care is one of our very leading segment, which is revolving around complete pregnancy packages to maternal serum screening test, cytogenetics. NIPT is a very upcoming emerging trend for checking the disorders. Before, through a maternal blood, we can understand and check about the newborn baby before it's even born. Uh, Genetics also gives you a power to know about any, if there is a, for example, from our test, which is a chromosome microarray test, you can know any disorder which exists in the genetic side of the world in your child before even he is born. And then accordingly, a clinician or doctor, gynecologist can make preventive measures before its birth. And ThalScreen is another very unique offering, which is to check about thalassemia and sickle cell screening. We have also established state-of-the-art COVID testing facility. We have one of the largest facility in Northern India, which is capable of processing close to 8 to 10,000 samples a day. There is not even a single laboratory in Northern India which can do 10,000 samples a day from single facility. That's one of the most state-of-the-art automated facility which we have established for COVID RT-PCR alone and many other infectious diseases. And then we also offer all these mammoth other tasks of antigen testings to different blood testings like D-dimer, CRP. I'm sure most of you would have come across some of these tests for your nears and dears ones. And then another very important offering which we believe will be a very big demand in the near future is the antibodies testing, because India is going through a large vaccination drive, as we all know, and a need for knowing how prevalent is your antibodies generated in one's, or how long you are protected with this will be a test which most of the people who are getting vaccinated down the line will keep on doing before travels or before making any major plans, and just to know about how secure they are, or whenever there is a new wave coming in, they would like to know if they are still protected based on their uh, vaccines which they have administered, or they were originally contracted with virus, and um, are they still having these antibodies which were naturally developed. So this kind of test would be again a very big demanded test. You can imagine if by end of December, how much population in India would be getting these vaccinated. So how much big percentage of that portion of people will be getting their antibody testing done frequently. Another feather which we have at Genes to Me, just to give you a background and about our organization, though this is not a service offering, it's a product offering. You would be very we're proud to share that Genes to Me was one of the leading manufacturer of IVD kits for RT-PCR testing, and we have supplied more than 40 million tests to India and around world. Uh, just to give you a perspective, one in every 5 COVID tests done in India across the country was from Genes to Me backed IVD solution kit. So that gives you kind of a sustainability in terms of how much we have been able to contribute in this last 1 year over in the fight against COVID. We have some very new assays coming up in the classifier assay, which gives you about which strain or mutation this panel is, the patient's sample is from in the COVID strains or mutations which are existing and emerging in the market. We have the NGS, that is the genome sequencing. We all hear we offer a panel for that, which is being used by government. And we are also very soon releasing a self-testing rapid antigen testing kit, which is very unique its own. It's a pen style device. You just swab it, put it in that solution, and gives you results within 10 minutes. So very easy to use. So these are some of the new innovations we are bringing in at Genes to Me. In oncology, we have a very unique offering for BRCA testing, which is a very popular test for people who have family history for known breast cancer incidences in their family in the ancestry. So they are very high risk for BRCA gene cancer. And if you have a BRCA gene, probably you have a high risk than most of the other individuals for breast cancer. And if you are able to screen these, you will be able to get a lot of information. We do exome sequencing, hereditary cancer testing, or personalized cancer medicine. So these are some of the offerings we offer in the oncology domain. And then we offer all these routine biochemical testings, which every other lab in the around your corner is offering for the blood test based mechanism. So we offer all of them too as well. So our core strengths is the scientific expertise, and we have got a pan-India scientific team which makes sure that all our technical queries are addressed. We have a very strong logistics module to ship your samples back to our laboratory. And then we have a very expertized genetic counseling team, uh, which can give a lot of information and hand holding to your customers as and when needed, or to your clinicians as and when needed. Fast and accurate reporting, complete diagnostic solutions trusted by clinicians. We have a very extensive coverage. We offer both routine and blood test based mechanisms and genetic testings. And we are a pan India company, as I said. Uh, in terms of revenue, financial growth, right in the center. We did last year was 155 crores in the last financial year. And we are driven with business model from B2B to business to customers. And we are very actively working on the expansion of our franchise model. Um, so it's probably I will, we have got a very high skilled manpower. We have got more than 110 people in the laboratory as on today, which is comprised of a lot of scientists, doctors, and experts into respected fields. We have been recognized by various international as well as national organizations, such as Forbes India recently covered us 1 week back, and we were fortunate to get on the cover as of Forbes India as one of the icons for insightfulness, and they give us a very dedicated coverage on Genes to Me. We were also given the Best Diagnostics Laboratory, genetic-based diagnostic laboratory by Z Business, and many other such organizations from time to time. We are certified and registered with many organizations like WHO, European CIVD certifications, NABL certifications, and then we have got various ISO startups, and we are also recognized for Startup India organization. These are some of the pillars which are making all this happen, right from myself to Dr. Shobit, who is heading the our production and laboratory. Akhil is our business manager, who will be speaking soon after me. Mr. Devanand Sahu is our chief financial officer. Dr. Prahlad is our chief scientific affairs, and Dr. Kanchan is our senior pathologist and quality head, and Mr. Siddharth is our commercial head. So at this, I will leave for Akhil to share and some of his information, and I will just take a leave from here.
Thank you, Mr. Neeraj, for giving a detailed insight into the company's offering. I would now take on to the industry assessment and the franchisee proposal. So let me give you a detailed background into molecular genetic and how we are different from others. Like there might be a question in front of you that what is different in terms of Genes to Me when we are comparing it to any other company. We are pioneers into genetic testing. So how genetic testing is important? Because it gives you information about any minute change in any gene, chromosome, or proteins. Also, it gives us information about any inherited genetic condition, or it can tell us at which particular condition or stage we are. And also we can check we are at risk for which particular genetic condition. We can have what genetic problem in future. So all this we can get to know about from genetic testing. We are different from any other genetic path lab or any imaging center because we are working on genetic level, on DNA level, which is highly accurate, sensitive, and can tell us about a particular health risk predisposition beforehand, as Mr. Neeraj have mentioned before. For genetic testing, we depend on a DNA sample where it can be collected from any sample source from blood, swab, like we take for the personalized medicine. We work on amniotic fluid and CVS, which is a prenatal sample source for mother and child care testing segment. One of the benefit with DNA testing is we don't have stringent timelines bound to the genetic test. Sample remains stable for a longer period of time, and it can be transferred from anywhere across India to our central lab. So that's a plus point with the DNA testing. Like in conventional testing, sample is stable for very smaller time, but over here you can take at least 24 to 48 hours as well. Because many a times when we talk about product of conception, when we are dealing with the degraded samples, we can easily get results onto genetic testing from those sample sources as well. Now talking about the Indian market for the diagnostics, it is growing at a rate of 11 to 12% as compared to the global standards, which is growing at a rate of around 10%. The reason behind that is there are a lot of cases where we are getting more and more infectious diseases. There are rare genetic conditions, which is actually not rare now in our daily scenarios. We are getting a lot of cases of Down syndrome for which NIPT is being employed. We are getting increased cases for thalassemia, and the burden of these genetic conditions are even more in few of the states across India. Also, with the change in our lifestyles, more and more cancers are emerging, for which we would be requiring personalized medicine and personalized genomics. The situation in India is improving, as Mr. Neeraj have mentioned before, because we have been able to cut down on the cost of the test. The same tests are being offered across the globe at a very high rate in dollars, whereas we are offering those tests in a price bracket of 5 to 7,000 or 8,000 rupees. So we have more opportunities in capitalizing the Indian market. And further, as the doctors are getting more and more aware about these particular tests, the scope for these tests are further expanding. Now, what are the major drivers and constraints in adopting these particular genetic tests? The drivers are, as you can see, that the lifestyle diseases are increasing, as I mentioned before. There are increased awareness as compared to the 5 years behind situation. Paying capability has increased, and also they are accepting these particular tests. All the individuals are getting more and more inclined to adopt these particular tests. The constraints or barriers are like there are few of companies who are actually offering such tests. We are one of the pioneers, and I am very much proud to say that being a diagnostic lab, we are actually acting as a backend lab for most of the genetic testing, genetic service providers actually in India. So there are around 10 to 15 different service providers who are catering our services. So there is lack of standardization as of now, and limited skills which are available in the Indian market. So these are barriers, I can say, as of now. Now, talking on to the franchisee proposal, we are expanding our offerings into these particular segments of personalized health, mother and child care, biochemical screening, oncology, and COVID-19 testing. So as you can see, personalized health, biochemical screening can be conducted through sample collection from home. Whereas when we talk about mother and child care and oncology, we need to work with gynecologists, fetal medicine experts, and geneticists for the mother and child care segment. And the sample need to be collected from their respective places, because we are talking about PCPNDT norms. We are working on to the samples, that is amniotic fluid and chronic villi samples. So that cannot be collected at the center, for which we have to liaison with these particular group of doctors. Similarly, when we talk about oncology, we have to work with oncologists and geneticists, because they provide us tissue samples on which we need to perform the generic test. So all these particular tests are performed at our central facility in Gurgaon. The plus point in the mother and child care segment and oncology is there is very limited competition in the market. And when we talk about personalized health, you can say we are the only one in this particular segment. We are a unique player where our menu is unmatched. There is no competition at all. So personalized health is a unique one and very limited option or competition in mother and child care and oncology. When we talk about biochemical screening, we would be offering these particular tests only in the NCR market. And when it comes to the COVID-19 testing, this would be available across India, and samples can be connected from anywhere. That's not a challenge. Now, the role for unit franchisee is they have to finalize the site and location in consultation with our team. They have to set up the center as per the guidelines laid down by Genes to Me team. They have to tie up with all the group of doctors, as I mentioned in the previous slide, for the business in the mother and child care segment or in the oncology segment. They have to comply with the agreement terms and ensure the sample is well connected within the timelines, so that the sample reaches us and we process as per the schedule. Also, they have to act as a medium between the customer and lab. So they would be coordinating for all the communication to the patient required in case of any delayed reporting or any unforeseen situation. And they would be also responsible for the marketing part, for which definitely we would be assisting to the partner. They have to work on different sample types, whether it is swab samples for personalized and genetic testing, or blood sample, or AFCVS for mother and child care, or tissue for oncology segment. So based on the sample type, they have to manage the sample collection facility as well from respective centers or from home. Now, this is a proposal where with the investment of 9.8 lakh, ROI can be achieved in a time frame of 3 months. We have given a tentative timeline over here. particular cost has been associated with the particular test category over here. Tentative idea of the gross margin have been presented over here along with the test per year expectations from our side. Along with that, a brief breakup of all the operational expenses has been given in this particular thing. So if you can see, we are looking at an investment of around 9 lakhs, 9.8 lakhs, and we can see the ROI percentage over there and the profit margins in this particular site, which has been summed up. So the annual revenue which can be achieved is 8.85 CR and with a gross margin of 1.86 CR over here. So all these particular operational expenses like rent, local marketing and all have been kept over here for the pursuit. We are looking for different group of partners where there can be new franchisee partners who are good prospect, but they are interested, but they would be needing more support from our side. They have market knowledge. They are willing to do wonders over there. So we would be supporting those franchisee partners and also to the existing partners, to the existing franchisee mode who are already in this particular segment for some time and they are already working with different other diagnostic companies or with a hospital chain. So they are also open to explore the opportunity and also to the investor group who are looking to set up multiple franchisee centers within a particular state. So those particular investors are also invited in this particular module. Now, how Genes2Me will support in establishing the franchisee partners, we would be providing our guidelines, how the standards need to be followed. Along with that, we would be providing all the inputs for planning and implementation of the project on which our team will be working with the franchisee partner. Along with that, we will be supporting on the guidelines for equipment which need to be installed at the collection center, and also our procurement team will support in getting the reasonable prices for procuring those instruments at the site, along with the site selection and collection center setup. The sample collection training would be conducted, and also customer interaction support would be provided whenever there is a QL meeting. Specific support for that QL meeting would be provided, along with marketing and sales support in terms of any event management for gathering customers and promoting our products. So all these particular support would be provided from Genes2Me team in terms of bringing speakers or providing any other marketing collateral support. Now, this is a rollout plan where we are targeting Pan India, but specifically to start with, we are looking into Delhi NCR. In North, we are focusing on Amritsar, Ludhiana, Jaipur, Jodhpur. And in Western part, we are looking into Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Indore, Bhopal. And talking about East, we are looking into Raipur, Bhubaneswar. So these are different cities, sorry, on which we are looking on to target with initially. I would like to thank you all for giving your valuable time, and now we can move on further with the questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Neeraj and Akhilji. And friends, I will request, I do see some questions already coming in. I will request if you have any questions, kindly put them in the Q&A box. You may also mention your city where you're interested, and we'll take all these questions on your behalf with the team. And I'll add on to and maybe try to recap the entire business model. I see some questions I think some people would not have too much of clarity. So I'll recap for them and give you a little perspective also. So Genes2Me, friends, is a 4.5-year-old company which has already established itself as a leading molecular diagnostic in this space, apart from the other routine diagnostic which the company is doing. And not only that, and if you look at the genes diagnostic, this category industry is not very competitive. There are not many players, so to say. And even if they are globally, they have been doing these tests at relatively very higher cost. So the problem with Genes2Me has kind of solved is they deliver innovative and very cost-effective genetic test solutions to their end consumer. And these are high quality diagnostic and also preventive care services which they offer. And I think you also saw a glimpse of their current infrastructure, where it is very robust, very strong, and they have been servicing the needs only of their direct clients, but also their facilities have been used by many other big names. So diagnostic, friends, we all know, is no longer just about detection of a problem, but I would say it plays a very, very important role across the entire healthcare continuum. And genes testing has been a revolution in diagnostic, which includes predictive. It also includes pre-symptomatic, prenatal, and newborn, which is the specialization of genes to me. So, and as we saw, these tests are used for medical conditions like cancer, genetic disorders, and also heart diseases, cardiovascular diseases. So, overall opportunity is 2,000 square feet of space, which is needed, which comes within an investment of 9.8 odd lakhs. There's also additional investment of, I think, 3.6 odd lakhs, which has been kept aside as a working capital. And that is the capital that you would retain with you. And that would take care of the initial, say, 3 months of operating expenses. So this being the overall, I would say, investment. And this is not a laboratory. A lot of people asked if this is just a collection center. So this is a collection center they're looking at. And they already have huge facilities in Gurgaon, where all that diagnostic is being done, with the initial rollout being, I would say, focused around north of India with Delhi NCR, and also up north, which is Tri-City, Punjab, Haryana. So we'll share with you whatever rollout we have. And there are two options you all have to partner. One is a unit franchise model. And if we have somebody who's keen for a master franchise also, we'll be happy to take any questions on the master franchisee. So Neeraj, just to start off with, I'll ask my very first question, because we talked about the competition. There's no competition relative, and a lot of people confuse with regular testing, and then genes testing. So this being one of the reasons that many people are not even aware of these kind of diagnostic centers being available in the country. For all the other tests, even as an end consumer, you get these routine tests at certain locations. So would you want to comment a little bit on the competitive landscape, one? And my second question would also be on the influencers, right? Because as a patient, I would not go directly and get these tests done, because it has to be influenced by doctors. And I see that there was a mention of some of the influencers like gynae, oncologist. So how does one go about it? So first and foremost is the competitive landscape. And second, when you establish yourself, who are the influencers one needs to get in touch with, and how does one get started? Okay. Over to you, Neeraj.
So there are two different segments we are talking here. One is the personalized genomics, personalized healthcare. That's more like a preventive healthcare. So it is like you, as a family, you get your whole preventive health body done, checkup done once in 6 months or once in a year, and you give your samples out for your entire family, and you get a blood report of 80, 90 parameters. So that's no doctor is recommending for those tests. So it's all self-based preventive healthcare, which a caution families are now these days. And so personalized genomics is a add-on to that, which is a combination of routine diagnostics and a genetic-based preventive healthcare. So it's not a doctor recommended test, and it's not, and in this space, there is very less competition, very less, I would say. And we are virtually the first ones to come out in a bigger scale of the national level. And the competition would be far behind in terms of if whatever you see from an international influence, because their pricings are very significantly high as compared to what we will be offering. Whiz to whiz the kind of information we will give to our customers once they order that panel with us, or once they order that test with us. So that is completely a different domain, wherein the influences will not be in terms of any doctors or clinicians. But when it comes to the mother and child care or oncology sections, that is something which are a test which doctors generally prescribe them. The doctors will prescribe a Down syndrome testing to most of the other pregnancy that will happen. And so that is something which we offer, as well as such as other advanced genetic based testings. These are again prescribed by doctors like NIPT, which is a maternal blood based Down syndrome testing for various abnormalities in the child. So those are some of the tests which a clinician would, so the franchisee would be able to network with the clinicians around their network around their leading mother and child hospitals where the pregnancy centers are. So those are the areas which they can tie up with and get samples recommended from them and collected from their center or from their clinician center. So same thing goes for the oncology. There would be different oncology hospitals, centers around their facility where they are located or city which they are located, and then they can work. So we do have sales team which works in such areas as well and help them. We have, for example, so each of these tests are, sometimes many of these tests are very expensive, and we have done several thousands of those tests, even for the tests which are ranging from 15 to 20,000 rupees a test. We have done so far more than 6,000 tests for that chromosomal microarray alone. So that's the kind of scenario. So.
And now, I'll talk a little bit on, I think we had the slide, which I like to maybe, have a little more detailed discussion, which was on the initial investment, which is put in the entire infrastructure. And the second was the operating expenses. So when we look at the initial investment and being a collection center, one thought which comes to everybody's mind, and if you look at the competition and, all brands which are present in the market, comparatively, your collection center is low on investment, right? So, and how would you differentiate, or, how, or maybe I would say I have a differentiated offering while it is, but is there something that you want to add on with respect to the little higher investment in terms of the infrastructure? Do we require any kind of specialized equipment that is needed for Genes2Me at the collection center? Considering that we have an investment of say 9.8 lakhs, which needs to be put.
So there is no much specific, very high specialized investment of instrument that the franchisee needs to invest. They are very basic instruments which are required to keep the sample in high quality, in good quality. And then those samples have to be shipped appropriately back to our facility. So these all tests are done for example, all these genetic tests are done on very expensive instruments. So those instruments are running into several crores. And the kind of throughput each instrument offers is a very high number of samples you can process with that. So those are not viable model for any organization or any laboratory to do it at a regional level as compared to the routine diagnostics blood testing, which is a relatively smaller cost of instruments, and those can be done at multiple centers across the country. So it's a very different segment of approach. And when it comes to the, sorry, what was the second part of the question?
Operating expenses typically, what are the fixed and variable expenses one would incur on a month-on-month basis? And
yeah, be more around the, so typical operating expenses would be, so if you're working with tied up with a hospital, for example, and you're getting your mother and child or oncology samples from them, many of times hospitals gives you payments in certain time frame of 30 to 45 days. In turn, you will be making some investments on those tests, or your manpower or your employees. And so it's more about salaries for those people who are collection people or operating people, as well as when the payments have to become from your respective hospital tie-ups, in those kind of scenarios. So those are, I believe, predominantly the operating cost being referred here. That's pretty much.
Okay. And when we talk about, as a part of the staff, how specialized the staff at the collection center needs to be? Is it same as any other diagnostic collection center, or it requires some specialized staff and any specific training which is imparted to the staff?
So there could be two different kind of people, and Akhil can comment more on that from the operation side of it. One, as per me, would be somebody who can collect sample from a patient, and that could be as common as any other collection center, typically in the blood diagnostic center, which is the phlebotomist designatedly. Other than that, I guess somebody would be who has slightly training and a background information about the menu, what offerings we do, so that they can speak to the customer for a personalized healthcare, how to influence a personalized healthcare general individual about what is the power of this test, that they can add on to their blood test, for example, which they are doing. And it's once in a lifetime test, so it's not that they have to do it every year. So that kind of another area which a lot of franchises can explore is the corporate tie-ups. So each corporate companies these days, big companies, have their setups or programs for preventive health checkups for their employees on a yearly basis. So and every year they are doing is basically the blood testings. Once in time they can do genetic based testing as well, and that can be added on to their that can give them a lot of information for even their employees, like as basic as a very exciting systems like will the coffee work for a patient, individual or not, how much alcohol capacity he has, or so those are some of the very interesting informations which one can get at the same time knowing the important side of the informations too. So that gives them a lot of unique insights which they will never know about themselves sometimes.
That's interesting. And typically, when we talk about the revenue overall, and we've talked about some specialized tests, for mother and babies also, and then we have regular tests also that we do at our center. Now, between these two, typically, what is our revenue mix between the two? I'm sure it is about value and also volume, because we might have more volumes there and maybe lesser margin, because that category is very commoditized, and whoever is offering less, you get your test done. But this is a very specialized category. We might have lesser people, but it is high ticket size and higher volume. So any comments, Neeraj, you want to make on this?
Sure. That's a great question. See, I tell you honestly, when it comes to each segment, mother and child, the biggest challenge for business growth for these tests is not the dearth of people who want to get it done. It's about the awareness. Many of times, the clinicians are also not aware of such a test exists now in India. So it's a lot more to do with the awareness, which, if done, can be done for. So you can understand how many pregnant women going to a gynecologist and how many of them would be going for NIPT testing or a Down syndrome testing. So Down syndrome is done for every pregnancy. It's a kind of one of the mandatory ones. And each test itself is several thousand rupees. And they do it twice in the certain time of pregnancy during the course. So those are certain tests which they can do with their entire patient group, the entire customer group. Then comes to the personalized healthcare, wherein it's about, you can see how many collection centers have how many preventive health packages they do every year. uh, so there are companies which does several thousand samples a day just for preventive healthcare. So even if you take 20% of that, we'll go for an upgraded panel of a genetic based testing every week or every month. You can understand how much is the opportunity size that they can go into that scenario. uh, they can even tie up with such other collection centers to, they can panels of combining the, see, it's about a phlebotomist goes to a family to do a preventive health packages, and they can do a lot of upgrade cells in terms of advising them what additional tests they can do to get more information. So just a certain percentage of that also add on, it's a big volume and it's an expensive test. So that is something which I think is a very and as per the split of it, I guess mother and child care would be approximately 30% of their testing, and about 30 to 40% would be your preventive health segment. And another test segment which is the COVID related can be, it's very based on the needs waves which we see. There was a time when a few months back where it was not being made available from any companies,
Right.
so any country. So that's all need based situations. Of course we do not want that to happen, but if that happens, we can be there to provide services to the consumers which were getting a difficulty in time for either RT-PCR test or, for example, we also have offered the antigen-based antigen-based COVID testing. So a phlebotomist can go to the homes and do the testing for them as a service option. So, or they can do camps in RWAs to do screening of people whoever wants to get some symptomized. So there are so many things which people can do creatively in this domain.
Okay. Now, if I talk about the revenue, while we have explained the split to our audience, we talk about the overall revenue, typically what would that be? And we have seen some year numbers, annual numbers, and how long does it take for somebody to come to that X amount of revenue, right? Because they would need to tie up, create local awareness, bring initial opinion makers and influencers, and then reach out. So typically, if we talk about maybe a collection center, how much money one can make, and a second would be on the margins, between these two, which is mother and child, and which is genes, I would say overall, and the other tests. So one is revenue, the second is margins, which I wanted to.
Okay, so the revenue is predominantly related to how much the input the franchisee would be putting in based on his connections or based on his activities. It is, see, it's slightly different from you open up a shop and then probably even
Correct.
those people do not get walk into customers. Then everybody has their own set of networks and their pockets. So personalized healthcare can be upsell for all those customer segments, because it is even for doctors who wants to get this test done. It is even for just to give you a small example, we did in one of the association of doctors presentation on these test solutions, and we got 30% of that audience came back to and got their family. uh, so it's like not only the doctors can be doing, it can be sold to anybody, any individual, and they're not as pricey as it's there in the international world. That's the beauty of behind Genes to me. That's the power behind Genes to me, where we have tried to make it for the billions. So it's genomics for billions. It has been never in India so far, where majority of people can afford such test. So this is something which we have tried to achieve, and we are trying to offer. And so it can be upsold to any customer. When it comes to the revenue, when it comes to mother and child care, there is already an existing market, which is there in every city, every major city, I would say. If they are able to go and make some tie-ups with those hospitals and gynecologists or fetal medicine doctors, we will be doing a lot of training for them to understand who are their customers and whom they can contact with, and we can do a lot of hand holding for them. We can organize CMEs for them for their awareness programs and events. So those things can be worked in hand, and that revenue can be, it's already existing there, and that is something which they can go and grab and expand in their business revenue. So that is why we have given some incubating operating expense cost for the initial time frame. That is the time when they will be doing the setup. So I'm sure within few months of their initiation, depending upon how active they are, they will be up to these numbers of revenues. And we have kept very minimum on daily basis. Okay, if you get 10 samples of this on a daily basis in the whole personalized healthcare, this is the number we have given as a projection.
Yeah, what exactly would be the margins, in simple terms, if you get
So we have been able to give and mix and match that spectrum. So in certain areas where we have uniqueness, where we have innovations, there we have more areas to grow, give better offer, better margins, and that's what we have offered, like personalized healthcare, because that's a less competitive domain. But when it comes to various other mother and child care segments, for example, since the tests are very high price tickets, it's not like it's few hundred rupees test or 50 rupees test, so the percentage of margin will not play. So we are talking here, if it's a 15,000 rupees test, it's 10% on that is also 1,500 rupees. But if I sell a 200 rupees test and I give you 25% margin on that, it's 50 rupees only. So it's the since the number of values are very high, so the percentages may not be as charming as, but the amount of money behind that is significant, and that will give them enough return on their efforts and time.
helpful, Neeraj. I'll quickly take some questions from the audience. There are many which I already see on the screen. So I'll take, I think the last one which I'm seeing is from Mr. Gaurav Rastogi. A lot of questions asked by him. So he's saying, for example, if the test price is, for example, say 3,000 rupees, then how much will a collection center get from it? I think what he's asking is about the revenue share between him and you. This because the entire fulfillment, acquisition of client and delivery is done by him, but the entire process is conducted at the facility. So what would be the revenue share between?
So it purely depends upon what test he's talking about. So if he's doing a preventive health test for 50,000 rupees, for example, he will be getting, I think, 30% or so out of that. If it's a routine diagnostics, or if it's a routine diagnostic in Delhi, then probably again it's the kind of a similar number. I do not have the specific number in front of me, but you have that. So it will be spelled out information across each menu and each panel.
And what about blended? If we take a blended percentage, how much would that be on a revenue share?
Atul, what is the average weighted average margin which is coming in? I think it's around 20.
It's around 15 to 20% on an average.
We would have higher on some and we would have lower on some,
Yes.
but lower wale hai, it would have a higher value, I would say.
Absolutely,
Expense.
absolutely,
Correct.
for sure about that.
Right. Okay, so revenue share is clear. I have Mr. Firoz Khan asking, sir, please tell me amount about collection center and lab setup at Manipur. So this would be same irrespective of the location that we get in, right? The
Yes,
infrastructure, investment
right.
fees, the irrespective of the
In
location.
fact, there the facility cost will go down in some of these areas because
Yeah,
their operating rental expenditures are much lower, uh,
correct.
and than as compared to the major metro.
Right, right. All right. I have a question from Mr. Chidanand, and he's asking, are you giving franchise district place? Or what are you giving district wise? I think he's asking if we are also giving district wise franchise. We giving only unit and we giving a master. So I think maybe his question is, how are we defining the master franchisee? Is it district? And which locations we would not give a unit franchisee if we don't have a master? Because you already have presence in North India. So are we still open to giving unit franchisees outside your immediate priority locations? Or we would have limitations of a unit in locations we don't have a, the master in place.
See, it's about the viability of a business model. Our interest is not about getting a smaller money from or investments from these people. We are not after that. It's a very small. That's the token we have kept it so low. But the idea behind this is to have the viability business model. So if we know, for example, we know in a city we need probably one or two based on the geographical size of the print. That will be purely determining this factor. It's not about district or region wise. It's about how much viability in that business model. For example, you just brought up an example of Manipur. We will not like to have more than one there in Manipur, for example, because it's not viably business model for that scenario. But if we talk about Delhi or Mumbai or such bigger cities, one cannot sustain that whole business model. So it's about reach and how much one can actually reach out to different sides of the market. So it's purely based on that decision.
Okay, that's helpful. And the other question which I wanted to also cover, I saw that is from our partner in Vijayawada. It is a question on the profile of the partner. Do we need any specialized profile of people, or anybody who comes even without a background of a medical background can also become a partner?
Yes, definitely. This is not really domain which is required to be having a medical background. That is something which you can acquire by one of your employees with little experience as one of your team member, and that can give you a lot of handholding to support and the program. And then we will be doing certain level of trainings. So their effectiveness in preventive healthcare would be much higher because they will be probably well connected associates in the community, and so it is not having any specific background in terms of that will matter. But yes, somebody who is well connected would be definitely an ideal choice because that will add on to the success for that franchisee. But that is not a barrier.
And I have a question from Yadla Deep Chi. He's asking if we have any labs in AP. And I think he's also asking about collection. If you want to take, Neeraj, both these together, he's asking if we have any presence in AP, whether in form of our laboratories or our collection centers. He's keen for
So,
that city.
okay.
I don't know city, but state is AP.
Okay, no, I know AP as a whole, we can treat it as one. So yes, we do have a presence there, not by virtue of our collection center or a laboratory. We do have sales which we do from AP. We get samples already from AP. We have in fact, one of our executive is based in Vijayawada, and so when he travels and covers the entire AP, and from last more than 1 year, and we are getting samples for mother and child care only in that segment as on today. On the other side of it, just to give him a more assurance, every test done in AP is from Genes to Me.
I'm sorry, we missed.
Every test of COVID done in AP from last 6 months is from Genes to Me.
Oh, all right. And then that's massive number.
so we, our company has done we are the sole supplier of all RT-PCR testing kits for Andhra Pradesh government from last 6 months.
Okay, so we've covered that. I'll see if I have another cities, and some people have marked the cities and asking. I have somebody from Gorakhpur. He's asking. I'm from Gorakhpur. He's keen for that location. And any other questions which I want to put together will be quickly because we are. Agra is another location. We have Pooja from Agra. She's keen, and she needs to know the eligibility criteria to obtain franchise. So one is profile, which we have covered, so we can have anyone irrespective of their backgrounds. And second could be some licensing requirements which are required. So two, I think I did see Gorakhpur, Agra, and I'll see if more cities come up. And second is the eligibility criteria. If there are any specific licenses which are required.
So
Yeah.
for franchisee, there is not much specific because I think we have to check about, because we are not doing a collection of sample for mother and child care where we need PNDT. So
Yes.
those are something which is not there. As far as the NABL scope, Akhil will be able to, or our
Yes.
and get back to them.
Right.
We will be able to cover them as part of this sample collection segment. Akhil, please go.
Yeah, so NABL would be required for that particular center as an extension to our main facility, our lab facility. So as and when the center comes up, we would be getting the NABL accreditation for that particular center. And for any amniotic fluid or CV sample collection, or for NIPT sample collection, we can get PCP-NDT for that respective center as well. So PCP-NDT and NABL are the two major part. Apart from that, biomedical waste management and others can be worked upon based on the type of samples which are being collected from that particular center. So these are the major things, nothing more than that.
All right. I think that's very simple. And Neeraj, एक जो question मैं लेना चाहती थी, we talked about a unit and a area district. Depending on the potential, we'll even define the radius. So even a smaller city like Manipur, you said you would not want to open more than one or two. And how about bigger cities, for example, Delhi NCR? You already have your own presence, or maybe Bangalore, Hyderabad, cities like these. You know, how do we define the radius? Is there a thumb rule? And while I understand there would be a potential. Because some of these locations might be closer to the hospitals, you know, where you have a big chunk of business coming in. So how do we define that radius for a prospective partner?
So predominantly, I would say our goal would be to work with few partners and make them more successful and make them expand into the larger territory coverage areas. So that would be, rather than dealing with a lot of many people, it will be based on individuals, I would say. If we know and if we feel that this individual has a lot of connectivity and a lot of background in this expertise in the segment, like not background as per se, but maybe a well-connected individual for, so we can even make the segments based on the category of products. For example, in Delhi, we are going to target a lot of routine-based testing. So that's something which we in NCR, where we are going to be multiple centers, even though we are directly present, but I think the power of a franchisee, power of the collection point is significant. We cannot really compromise, irrespective if we are there or not directly. So they have their own value.
And Neeraj, what is the turnaround time? Because everything comes to the facility which is centralized in Gurgaon, right? Which is NCR. So what is the turnaround time for not only North, because North might be quick, you know, maybe if I talk about South, down South. So is there a specific turnaround time based on the location the samples come from, or we have standard all across? So
that's a great point I wanted to actually address somewhere. I missed that. So in today's world, actually, if you're down in Kerala or you're down in Chandigarh, your travel time remains more or less the same for sample to come. It's probably an hour different or 2 hours different, not more than that. So it doesn't really make a big difference in terms of where they are located. But all these genetic tests are predominantly which are longer TATs, which is longer turnaround time for samples to reports. It's not something which is given to them in 24 hours, unlike blood testing. That's why we have limited the routine blood testing only for NCR to begin with, as on today. But even for RT-PCR, for example, it is 24 hours, but it can be managed across because it doesn't need specialized storage for transportation. But for other tests, it can be, so our typical TATs are running between a couple of days to a couple of weeks actually. So depending upon what test you are offering.
Okay. Now the cost of logistics is included in the revenue share between you and the partner, or that's
yeah, absolutely. So that will be not that they would have to bear for that.
Okay. All right, that's interesting. And I'll pick some cities. I cannot take all cities, but maybe, you know, I'll take Punjab, and Faridkot is one of the cities I wrote, Gorakhpur, Agra, Bombay, and a lot of southern cities. So when you said, you know, we'll only take Delhi NCR for routine blood tests. So any other location outside Delhi NCR?
Even Punjab is definitely something which we are exploring, like Chandigarh operations.
Okay.
And we do have a small setup in Mohali as well for Genes to Me. So in Chandigarh, actually, it's a Chandigarh office. based out in Mohali. But yes, that will be also covered in this segment.
Okay. Now, if I talk about Bombay or South, we will only have genes diagnostic and testing, or we will also include.
We can explore that. See, it's nothing that at this, see, there are certain tests which cannot be done by transportation. They
Right.
have to be done there and then. So if a franchisee model is having a capability to expand to those offerings, we can add up those certain part of the test over there. And there's some of the specialized tests which has a slightly longer turnaround time can be shipped to our central laboratory. So those kind of creative solutions can be done for bigger cities, or we can have one bigger franchisee with having a lab facility for routine diagnostics in Mumbai, and then he can support the entire other parts of the
All
world.
right. Okay. And that's helpful. And maybe last two questions. One is on the insurance. I did see one question on insurance. Are these tests, especially the mother-child genes test, are they covered under any kind of insurance?
Uh, I think Down syndrome testings are. Akhil, do you have any information on that? But I
Yes,
think
sir.
insurance covers only mostly in-house patients.
Okay.
So
So yes, sir. So I would like to add on over there. Most of these tests are not covered under insurance, but we do get requests from one or the other customers for invoices, specific invoices, as they have got reimbursement from their respective organizations or institution. But from the government side, like there are not many coverage as of now for these particular
Like other
genetic
tests.
tests.
yeah, I think what Akhil is trying to mention here is that when it comes to corporate packages,
Corporates, yes.
they may be able to have some provisions in their coverages based on a specific invoice model. But when it comes to the insurance as such policies, it's not covered.
It's not covered.
Okay, that's helpful to know. And we do have a lot of questions still coming in. A lot of people want to connect with you directly. I see Pooja from Agra. She's a PhD in zoology and she wants to open a diagnostic center there. And she also wants to have a call and discuss in detail. Pooja, we'll come back to you. We have Srinu from Hyderabad saying that they already have two clinics in Hyderabad. I don't know details of these clinics, but somebody is already running these clinics and don't have a service of genes to me, what they're offering. I think that can also be very complementing because from the same infrastructure, you can have offering given to your clientele. So this is something which can be also discussed. And friends, since you have taken mostly all your questions, and I know you want to also discuss one-to-one, we have a discovery day that we have kept for the coming week. And I will request all of you to come and fix your time for slots, and we'll block maybe half an hour or 45 minutes on 8th of July, which is coming week, where you will have the opportunity of interacting one-to-one with Neeraj ji and Akhil ji. Any questions you have on your location, potential, and ROI, breakup, and a lot of other questions which I'm seeing, which I think they need more details on. We'll come back to you and discuss that one-to-one. So very informative session, Neeraj ji and Akhil ji. And before we leave, I will request if you want to share maybe a last message to everybody who's present here and listening to you. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you very much. And it was wonderful addressing some of the queries. I could see tons of questions and we could not address all of them in shortage of time, but I think we can take them offline. So I would probably say is that this is a domain which is something which is the most futuristic segment. The emergence of the healthcare importance in last 1 year, we all have realized how much the healthcare investment in healthcare can play a significant role in our lives. And this is where the government is going to spend significantly. People will try to understand and realize the importance of investments in healthcare. So this is a segment which would be one of the most emerging area. Preventive healthcare would be one of the key player in that segment, and that's something which we all believe that is like, for example, such tests are available in US. For just to give a perspective, so 1 in every 2 Americans have this test done already.
Mm.
So you can imagine, and there the cost of test is significantly higher. So it is the kind of domain. If I just take 30% of the Indian population, which is above the average Indians in terms of their revenue and in terms of the financial capabilities, they each one of them can have the capability to get such a test. So that's the reason why we call it genomics for billions, because we believe it is a test which everybody can afford down the line. At least in the urban cities to begin with. And I would conclude by saying It's difficult times, unprecedented times. So be safe and still carry on your COVID protections, such as mask and social distancing and hand sanitizer.
Thank you so much, Neeraj. LG, anything from you to the audience listening? You're on mute.
Yeah. I think all the messages have been clearly conveyed by Mr. Neeraj, and we definitely look forward to one-on-one interaction to address specific queries on 8th of July. And we definitely look forward to have a great collaboration with different partners in wide demographic presence across India. So we look forward to the discussion on 8th again.
Thank you so much, Akhilji. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Neeraj. And I would say very inclusive approach, both in terms of the offering and also in terms of pricing, which is India being a very value sensitive market. And friends, I'd like to thank all of you for putting these questions and your interest with cities. And all your questions have been acknowledged by us, noted by us. Our teams will reach out to you within the next 3 days, and we'll start fixing your slot for 8th of July. Anyone who's closer Delhi NCR can also have an opportunity of visiting one of the offices of Jeans to Me and maybe their facilities to have a tour. So once again, thank you so much, Neeraj, and thank you so much, Akhilji, for being with us. Over to you, Archana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much,
you very much.
Neeraj. Thank you so much, Akhil. Thank you so much, Ritu, for joining us today for this particular webinar. And I would say that it was great interacting with you, both of you, during our dry run, as well as for this webinar. Our best wishes to 3 of you. Thank you so much, Sonia ma'am, for sparing time today and taking all the queries. Dear friends, thank you so much for joining us today for this great session. Do reach out to us at our business hotline number, which is 97176 As mentioned by us, we have blocked 8th of July for Discovery Day, where you have a chance to meet digitally or personally with team Jeans to Me. Please book your slot at the same business hotline number. Your valuable suggestion and feedback at different social handles will help us in improving our processes. Please connect with us at different social handles. You wish to join Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am at their respective LinkedIn IDs, information on your screen. And as we always say that we are committed to provide maximum business opportunities to all our investors, we wish you to join us for our Bharat Franchise Show. This is the evening show which Franchise India team is doing. We invite you to join us for Haryana chapter, which will start at 7 p.m. Again, we have invited top 6 business brands owners there. They will come and talk about their business opportunity. To register, you can either reach out to us at a hotline number or join us at the Facebook page. And under Business Opportunity Over Chai 12 p.m. webinar, we would like you to join us for Luxury Rides. That's the brand we are bringing for you tomorrow, where the team would come, MDs and the founders would come and talk about this great opportunity. So for today's 7 p.m. webinar, as well as tomorrow's 12 p.m. webinar, do registration. Thank you once again for joining it today. Have a very safe day. Thank you so much.